somebody wants to know about your conversation with the Attorney General, please ask after. And the last question that I'm going to ask before we go to closing statements is rhetorical, but it's for Ms. Ravitch. From what you have stated today, no small grower will be prosecuted if there is no violence, no drugs, no weapons. Will my case be dismissed tomorrow? I'm serious. It may not be humorous to you, but it does give us a little levity because it's always serious when you're involved in the court system. At this point, again, I would like to thank the candidates. They've done a terrific job. All of our sponsors. It's been my pleasure to only get lost a couple of times up here, but to moderate this. And now for a closing statement, Victoria Shanahan.
Thank you. Thank you for taking your time out, your evening, to listen to the candidates tonight. I appreciate it. I find myself in a very awkward situation running against my current boss. I felt it needed to be done. I felt leadership was lacking in our office, and one of the main areas is the failure of cohesive and collaborative marijuana policy to help guide our office into the next phase. Legalization is on its way. I'm hoping the feds hurry up and do it, but until they do, California and District Attorney's Office can set up their own protocol and follow their own guidelines within their community. The buck stops with our office. We can set the tone. There needs to be leadership in the DA's office. There needs to be transparency. You need to know where we stand on important issues such as medical marijuana. You need to know that our office is going to be dedicated to public safety and concerns for the community and serious and violent crime, and that we're not going to be spending taxpayer money on cases that don't need to be prosecuted. And if we could just set the tone for our office and make that change, we can make a difference in Sonoma County. And we can take a leadership role. We can become from a reactive office who's playing catch up on a daily basis to a proactive office and being wise and smart on crime and think about what we're doing and why we're doing it. I'm that leader. I'm not a politician. I don't make a career out of running for office. I frankly don't like this process. I feel that I am the person that this district attorney's office needs, that I have the community's best interests at heart, and that I can do a good job in setting standards for this community. Thank you.
Ms. Ravitch.
I want to thank our hosts for putting together this forum, and certainly Ernie, thank you for doing such a fine job there, keeping us on time. And you know, it's hard to be district attorney. It really is, and it's a job that I sought out and I was honored to get, and I hope to continue to serve in this capacity. I ask that you go outside of the issues that are important to you here tonight and take a look at all the other things that I do as district attorney in our community. And when you think about leadership, take a look at the places where I have led our office, not only in the area of marijuana and medical marijuana protection, but also in other areas, prosecution of violent offenses, opening of the Family Justice Center, putting together an elder protection unit. There's a lot more to being DA than simply putting out policies with regard to protecting patients' rights with regard to medical marijuana, which is not to say it's not an important part of being DA, but when you look at leadership, take a look at who I am, 27 years as a criminal trial attorney, hundreds of cases in the courtroom, and over a dozen cases, murder cases, including murders that were associated with marijuana, to jury verdict. I've got an extensive history, and if you compare that to my opponent, I think you're going to see that we have very different backgrounds, and that's important for you to take a look at, both with regard to experience in the courtroom and with regard to experience running a $22 million budget with 120 employees. On the area, and also with regard to leadership and the relationships that I've built in the county, the fact that I've been able to work with the Board of Supervisors to get things that will help us better serve you. It's easy to walk in and say, you know what, she's not doing it.